All glories to Sri Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hiranmayena Patrena Viram Rojovalam Payaha. Indram is a kind of beverage different from the Earth planet. Is now giving different boons or different properties or opulence, assets to different categories of people throughout the universe. She has been able to convince King Prithu that after all, she is certainly willing to give whatever is necessary for the subsistence, maintenance of all the living entities. She had kept within herself all the different herbs and plants and seeds because the people were not using these assets properly. And they were not offering these assets, grains and seeds, to the Supreme Lord in Yajna. They were simply using them for sense gratification. So the Earth planet was very much upset because of the situation that arose after or during the reign of King Vena, who had forbidden all yajnas throughout the kingdom. So now the situation appears to be different, and King Prithu is certainly very much willing to satisfy the Earth planet and again start the process of yajna for the satisfaction of the Lord. All the necessities of life are produced not automatically by the process of nature. Nature is just a material element which has no will power. All the process of material nature are made possible by the grace of the Lord. When the Lord is satisfied, then nature can produce any amount of necessities for the maintenance of all the inhabitants. But if the Lord is not pleased, then he can also restrain these necessities. So the Earth planet was considering that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, has not been worshipped, and therefore there is no necessity to supply all these ingredients to sinful persons. But now she has understood that the situation now is different. King Prithu has came into power, is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, then certainly he will again start the process of yajna for the satisfaction of the Lord. So the condition made by the Earth planet is that as she had assumed the form of a cow, now she wants to have a calf. And in the presence of the calf, she will deliver any amount of milk. Just the Surabhi cows in the spiritual world, Surabhi Rabhi Parayantam, they give any amount of milk as desired by the living entities there. So the Earth planet is now willing to supply milk in different shapes. So she needs a calf, and also she needs, it will be necessary to have a milking person who will take off the milk, and also a pot. So these three things are there. And gradually, one after another, different personalities are coming and taking from the earth whatever they want. So that is the description given in this chapter, how Prithu Maharaj is milking the earth planet. So we have seen previously that Manu came and he milk the cow in a form of, he was the representative of the higher living entities, and he took grains and seeds from his hand. Then the rishis came and they took the Vedic vibrations because the brahmanas and rishis, they sustain themselves by this transcendental sound vibration. So they took this sound vibration that appeared in the milk, and they took this milk in this way, sound vibration of the Vedas. Then, now the next persons who are coming to milk the cow, the earth planet, are the demigods, as mentioned in this sloka. So, the demigods made Indra, the king of heaven, into a calf. They chose Indra because Indra is the chief of all the demigods, so therefore he is most qualified for this purpose. And certainly the earth planet will be happy to deliver whatever Indra wants. So the demigods in this way made Indra into a calf. And from the earth they milk the beverage soma, which is nectar. So we understand from this that the heavenly inhabitants, they are very much addicted, or they are, what is most precious to them is the soma juice. Otherwise, why should they ask for soma from the earth planet? They can ask anything. They can ask that punya karma, they may be able to perform different types of yogyas, dana, tapa, and they may ask for a long duration of life, or they may ask that all the natural elements should be very favorable and so on. But they have this in mind. We didn't get any soma for so many years. So they are hankering for that. And certainly they think that if we can get soma, then our life will be successful. So in the reference to this soma is there in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says that Traividya mam soma pa puta pa pa yagyar hishtva swargatim prartayante te punyama sadya surendra lokam asnanti divyan divideva bhogan. Lord Krishna says, those who study the Vedas and drink the soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. So among these universal planets, 14 different sections are there. Some are hellish planets, some are middle section, like the Earth planet, and some are higher, like the heavenly planets. Surendra Lokam. So the heavenly planets have their own characteristics, and those who are living in heaven, they are free from a sinful life. They are pious people, and they are not pure devotees of Lord Krishna, but they worship him indirectly. They certainly are conscious of Krishna, but at the same time, they want to enjoy the heavenly atmosphere. So they have, in this way, in their mind, a desire to enjoy heavenly pleasures. And those who are from this earth planet, those who have come to know about heaven, they certainly, many of them, inhabitants of the earth planet, they are also attracted. Heaven is described in the Vedic literature and described also in other spiritual religious texts. And it is a place, it is very exalted destination for human beings. Because I will see sometime somebody may pass away, so they'll put advertisement in newspaper that such and such has reached heaven, his heavenly kingdom. He went to heaven. Actually, they have no idea where did he go. They don't know, but they are they are advertising because that is very auspicious. That means that the man was very pious and he could reach heaven in this way. So this also, we get motivated by seeing this type of advertisement, or maybe after death, maybe I can reach heaven also like this fellow. Anyway, but Bhagavad Gita gives a different message, because Lord Krishna says in the next sloka, Tetam bhuktva swargalokam visalam shine punye martyalokam visanti evam trayi dharma manupapanna gata gatam kama kama lavante. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. So this is the ultimate description of heaven that we understand from Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna knows everything. He knows hell, heaven, and he knows he is situated everywhere. He has complete knowledge of the complete creation, and he knows what is favorable for all the living entities. What is the ultimate Shreya? Shreya and Preya. One should not try to enjoy Preya. In the Bhagavad Gita also later on, Lord Krishna will describe different types of happiness. Happiness in the mode of goodness, happiness in the mode of passion, happiness in the mode of ignorance. So in the mode of passion, we understand that happiness means enjoying the senses. When the indriya come in contact with the Vishayendriya, then this contact provokes joy, happiness, or distress. But if we are careful enough, we can try to enjoy sense pleasure in that manner by contacting favorable sense objects. But this type of happiness, Krishna says, that is rajasic sukha. One should not, that should not be the goal of life, because these senses, objects of the senses, are temporary objects. They are material, they are part of nature, they will come and go. Sometime contact with a particular object will create happiness, at some other time could create distress, just like winter and summer. In summertime we take cool baths, and in winter time we take warm baths. So we have to distinguish. So this is not the same always. So in this way, the sense happiness derived from sense gratification should be avoided. The happiness which we should look for, that happiness which is not available anywhere, going to all the planetary systems, hell, middle planetary system, heaven, that type of happiness which is not available anywhere, even in the highest heaven. We should look for that, because that is the spiritual happiness, which is our own nature. But we have forgotten, being covered by the modes of nature. In this way, our whole consciousness is being diverted towards sense gratification in different manners, either tamasic, rajasic, or even sattvic. No doubt, the demigods, they have reached heaven because of their sattvic propensities. They are free from sin, gross sinful activities. As Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, we should not mistake soma to be like a drug or some type of alcoholic beverage. It's not like that. Soma is free from this tamasic propensity. It is increasing as mentioned here, the oja, the bala, and the virya. That is, virya means mental power. Oja means strength of the senses. Bala means strength of the body. So, this increasing this bodily and mental propensities to the greatest extent simply by drinking soma juice. So it is not intoxicating, but it is increasing bodily sense enjoyment. So in one sense, it cannot be the goal of life. It is for those who are hankering for happiness in the material world. They would like to reach these planets where the soma is available. And the heavenly, including Indra, heavenly inhabitants, they are hankering for that. Because heaven is also a place where there is a struggle for life. The demons are also attacking heaven from time to time. And therefore, the demigods have to be strong enough to resist the attack of the demons. So if they don't drink the soma juice, they'll be very weak. They'll not be able to counteract these demons. So they need strength, mental strength and bodily strength. In this way, they can fight against the demons and keep their territory for themselves. So that is useful, certainly. And Lord Krishna is certainly in favor of the demigods in their fight against the asuras. And when the demigods are not able to conquer the asuras, then they go to the Supreme Lord, Lord Brahma, Indra. They go to the Supreme Lord in Svetadvip, and they request the Lord that now this entire world has been taken over by the asuras, and we are not able, we cannot do anything. They are stronger. They have overpowered us. So please come and save the situation. So this is how the Lord is also coming in the assistance of the demigods. So even though they take soma, but that may not be sufficient. Ultimately, they have to rely on the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hare Krishna. So there are 2-3 small videos of Prabhuji glorifying Srila Prabhupada, mentioning his pastimes. So we'll hear them now.
In our house here, Prabhupada was invited also for lunch. So the lunch went on very nicely. It was, and after the lunch, then the life member, he gathered everybody for photo and all that, for friendly discussion between Prabhupada and the family members of that life member. So the life member had invited most of his family members. So he introduced them to Srila Prabhupada in a very friendly manner. He was smiling, and he told Prabhupada, and the disciples were also sitting there. So this is my daughter, he is my son-in-law, and so he another grandson. Like this, it went on for about 10 minutes. Different family members introduced to Srila Prabhupada. So we were all seeing the scene, we were just smiling. That this man, actually, everybody was thinking, why this man is so proud of his family members. But anyway, this is the custom in India, I suppose, because Prabhupada is a sadhu. So they expect the sadhu, Prabhupada, to give blessings to all the family members. So we did not object. It went on like this. We just kept smiling. And so everything ended finally after all family members had been introduced, and then they left the place. No, they went to do some other things. And so Prabhupada, being alone with the disciples, Tamal Krishna Goswami was there next to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada turned to Tamal Krishna Goswami, and he just told him in a smiling face, "This is my sex life." There are family out there, "This is my son, my daughter." So Prabhupada, like in some imitating, but in a sarcastic manner, "This is my sex life." So everybody laughing like this. So actually we had no idea that Prabhupada had come to Hyderabad to start the BBT work, as well as, of course, inaugurating the temple, but the 50-50. And on that occasion of temple inauguration, Prabhupada stayed for the first time in this temple on the first floor, and many Pandits came to discuss with Srila Prabhupada various topics. And Prabhupada was very happy to see these Pandits. They were discussing in Sanskrit language, and Prabhupada asked, "So what are you doing?" and so on. And so one of them, Prabhupada asked him, "So what is your name?" "Oh, my name is Suriguchi Krishnamurti." And Prabhupada asked him, "So what are you doing?" So he said that I am the head of the Telugu department in the government textbooks. So Prabhupada immediately he picked up this idea. Prabhupada said, "Oh, very good. Can you translate my books into Telugu language?" Then that man said, "Yes, Swamiji, yes, I'll do it, Swamiji." Then Prabhupada told Maharaja Swami immediately, "This Mr. Krishnamurti has been just now, he has been appointed our translator, Telugu translator. Please give him all facilities." So after the program was over, Mr. Krishnamurti started to come daily to this temple, here in the basement of this temple, and start translation of Bhagavad Gita. So in this way, the BBT was started along with the temple, which is very significant because always Prabhupada had this formula, 50%, 50%, ISKCON, temple and BBT. And that idea he expressed in this occasion very nicely. So there were many invitations for Srila Prabhupada to visit different American centers on the Janmashtami. And Prabhupada told
Mahamsa at that time that if you can open your temple on Janmashtami, then I'll come. I'll come. So there were only 2 months left. Huh? And it was not finished. The construction was going on. Many important things remained to be done for this temple to be inaugurated. But somehow we got funds. Vasu Ghosh Prabhu went to Dubai and Singapore, and within 10 days he collected about 4 or 5 lakhs rupees. So that helped a lot. There was night shifts for construction and all that. So the temple was ready for Janmashtami, and Prabhupada came to Hyderabad on that occasion. So Prabhupada came for inauguration, and from arriving at the gate of the temple, he told Mahamsa Swami that now 50% of your work is done. So Mahamsa Swami could not understand exactly. He told that, but Prabhupada said the temple almost 95% or more is completed. So what is this 50% work to be done? So Prabhupada told him then, yes, 50% balance is to be done. Now you have to print all my books in Telugu language. There is one nice incident during the Tamal Krishna Goswami's lecture there, which maybe I can mention. The meaning of the Hare Krishna mantra in his lecture, 1971 in Secunderabad, Mahbub College. It was well attended, but 5,000 people attended the function. That was the first public program held by Hare Krishna now in the twin cities of Hyderabad, Secunderabad. But what Tamal Krishna Goswami explained that Hare Rama, that Rama is also Krishna, that is also Krishna's name. Because Rama means the supreme enjoyer, like that he explained. But at the end of the lecture, some from the audience, somebody raised hand and asked question that he told that you see, everybody knows Hare Rama, and everybody understands that this Rama means Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra. Hare Rama, we pray to Lord Ramachandra. So Tamal Krishna Goswami did not accept this, and he was very emphatic. No, he said, no, this is not Lord Ramachandra, this is Lord Krishna's name. He was very strong. So in the audience we could understand some uneasiness is there. And in the next day in the newspaper, there was, in the reader's column, there was unfavorable article against this Hare Krishna disciples, telling they have no knowledge. They do not know who is Lord Ramchandra. They do not know what is Hare Rama. They do not know. So that gave a wrong impression to the public. And so Tamal Krishna Goswami, when he again met Srila Prabhupada after some time, he mentioned this incident. And immediately Prabhupada corrected him. Say, why did you enter into this argument? It was not necessary to enter this argument. You should have accepted, yes, Lord Ramchandra, that is also, it means Lord Krishna. It will also mean for Lord Ramachandra. There is no difference like that. We should not have any such argument in public that had a negative reaction. And when Prabhupada was writing the commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita, this incident is mentioned in one of the purports by Srila Prabhupada in the Adi Lila, where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions about the names of God, and that all names of God are equal. We should not discriminate. And Prabhupada wrote in the comment and purport to this that sometimes we had arguments. So now we should understand clearly that we should not argue on that. All names of God, all Krishna's name are all equal. So that is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this connection is there. Then the program November 22 went on very well, and so that was the beginning of Prabhupada's mission in Hyderabad. Gradually it became more and more, important.
Hare Krishna. So very wonderful pastimes and class by Anandmaya Prabhuji. So we'll discuss about him, some biography discussion. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gauravaktarinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Grace Anandmaya Prabhu ki jai. So I will share a presentation made by the devotees with all of you. His Grace Anandmaya Prabhuji, a very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, who came into Krishna consciousness in India. We tried to search for his previous background, but we could not find, at least I could not find. So we just his life is mentioned from here, that when he came into Krishna consciousness around 1970, and then in 1972, when Srila Prabhupada first brought all the Western disciples to Radha Damodar temple, the original one in Vrindavan, where Srila Prabhupada wrote all the books translated. And there Srila Prabhupada did the initiation ceremony in front of Srila Rupa Goswami's Samadhi. There Prabhuji was initiated in front. So this was very wonderful incident which brought. And there Srila Prabhupada told Prabhuji, like, you be in Hyderabad and print my books in Telugu language. And since then, up to his last breath, Prabhuji was continuously residing and serving at Hyderabad, doing the same service of BBT, printing books in Telugu language. All of the Prabhupada books he translated. Whole life, 50 plus years, 53 years, he served in that way, continuously. And this, we can understand how a disciple makes the instruction of spiritual master in life and soul from the life of Prabhuji. So 53 years continuously Prabhuji was serving ISKCON Hyderabad in the same temple and in the same services, that translating Srila Prabhupada's books, printing them, proofreading, everything related. Means whole, like we heard in Prabhuji's remembrance of Srila Prabhupada, how Srila Prabhupada had said that now temple has been constructed, that has been done 50%. Now the other 50% is you have to print my books, means establish BBT. And there the service of Prabhuji started, a legendary service of 50 years, and continuously dedicated preaching. And by nature Prabhuji was perfect gentleman, so humble and down to earth. Like some of the pastimes, personal remembrances were also shared by Krishna Kirtan Prabhu to me, that when he went with Maharaj there in Hyderabad temple, so he saw the nature of Prabhuji. He was so humble and so easily approachable. Anybody can talk to him like that. So caring. When he went there, Prabhuji got to know where you are from. Prabhuji, I am from Ujjain. So Prabhuji personally arranged everything for him. Like, he called one devotee and asked him, this is the devotee from Ujjain, so please get him through all the places of Hyderabad, show him all the places of Hyderabad, his prasadam and stay, everything is done properly, like that. And completely devoid of any anger and full of compassion and humility. Prabhuji interacted with everyone so wonderfully. And even like, if even if a child does Dandavat Pranam to Prabhuji, so Prabhuji will return him at that age also, his pranam to him. So he had wonderful, genuine Vaishnava qualities, deep interest in Vaishnava philosophies, and as we heard the classes, so simple and so direct meaning. What Prabhuji was telling about Mother Earth and the life of how we should depend on the Lord for everything. And his favorite item was like reading Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrit. And whenever he discussed about Srila Prabhupada, like his voice would choke and his eyes will fill with tears, like that. So much gratitude he had for Srila Prabhupada. So even Prabhu mentioned that he heard one incident in Prabhuji's life, like many years later, many years before, there was a severe conflict at ISKCON Hyderabad, and there was a very serious tension going on between two groups, and they were fighting till violence, like fighting and many assaults were made, bleeding and all these things. So they were fighting terribly, and just in front or somewhere was Prabhuji's office, where he used to sit and do his translation work and everything. So this all was going on outside, and Prabhuji was completely calm, like nothing was affecting him. So when the time came, prasad time came, Prabhuji just took his plate, and between the two groups who were fighting, he went straight without any concern what is happening. He went straight. Both the groups came to side to allow Prabhuji. Prabhuji went there. He took prasad and went back to his room and took prasad. Like, so completely unaffected, and he never was revengeful or angry on somebody. Completely non-envious, not focusing on any subject matter which is like conflicting or like that. No. So this much dedicated Prabhuji was in his lifelong service. And yeah, one more important point, that Prabhuji for these 50 plus years would daily attend Mangal Aarti and evening Aarti, Gaur Aarti. Daily. This was his schedule for every day. He will come, attend Mangal Aarti, then in the evening he will come, attend Gaur Aarti, and go back to his home at around 8 p.m. like that. So these are some of the wonderful incidences from Prabhuji's life. A very humble and down-to-earth Vaishnava, true disciple of Srila Prabhupada, who served him lifelong. So we pray to the lotus feet of all these wonderful Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, that they have served so wonderfully Srila Prabhupada, and we may also take inspiration from their life and dedicate ourselves in service of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai His Grace Anandmaya Prabhu ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. So we again thank all the devotees who participated in this session. And although this session was meant to be taken by Krishna Kirtan Prabhu, he had very he was very enthusiastic to take this. But some urgent seva came, and fortunately I got the chance. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.